Tensions in Pakistan are escalating as Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, the TLP, it intensifies its protests against the Pakistan army and the government. Tensions in Pakistan are escalating there. In Lahore, the Punjab administration is attempting to confine the TLP workers, but reports describe direct firing, heavy shelling, and a rising toll of the injured. Protesters, they allege that police even used acid during crackdowns. Meanwhile, the internet services have now been suspended. So tensions escalate in Pakistan. The anger is boiling against the government as well as the Pakistani army. These are anti-Sharif protests that are taking place in Lahore. The protesters, they claim that the police there, they used acid. Reports suggest that acid was used and direct firing took place against these protesters. Meanwhile, the internet services, they have been suspended in Islamabad, is what we understand. So the tensions are escalating in Pakistan as Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, it intensifies its protest against the Pakistan army as well as the government there. The Punjab administration, meanwhile, it is attempting to confine these protests, these workers, but reports also suggest that there were direct firing on these protesters. There was heavy shelling and a rising toll of injured people. The protesters, they also allege that police even used acid during crackdowns. Meanwhile, as I mentioned, the internet services, they have been suspended in Islamabad. So many parts of Pakistan is currently on the boil. There are tensions that is escalating on a daily basis in Pakistan. Anger is boiling against the government as well as the Pakistan army. There are multiple reports that suggest that acid was used in order to curb these protesters. There was direct firing, heavy shelling as well. And this is what the protesters have claimed, that the police used acid against them. These are anti-Sharif protests that are taking place, and these are the pictures that you are getting from Lahore. And my colleague Gauri Divedi, she joins us to get us more on this. Gauri, can you provide more information on these protests, especially against the Pakistan army and the government? And what are the protesters demanding, and how have they been met by the authorities?
They've been, Osama, they've been met with brutal force. There's been complete shutdown as far as internet is concerned, and all these supporters of the political outfit, the Islamist political outfit, TLP, are on the streets. In fact, ostensibly, it's an anti-Israel protest that has come out in the wake of the peace deal that was reached between Israel and Hamas, brokered by the US. In the wake of that, ostensibly, this is actually an anti-Israel protest that you are seeing on the streets. But the fact that there is such a large protest that is taking place also in very crucial areas. It is in Islamabad, also in Rawalpindi also it is expected to take place at a very large scale. Now Rawalpindi, remember, is where the army headquarters are. Islamabad is of course extremely important as well, but Rawalpindi is critical. That is where you have the army headquarters. The large number of people coming out on the streets taking on the Prime Minister. They're actually saying that Pakistan, which is the world's largest Muslim nuclear country, has actually surrendered in front of Donald Trump. Remember, Pakistan's army chief was the first one to give a recommendation for Nobel to Donald Trump for a different reason, but nevertheless, he wants to be on the right side of Donald Trump. So the army wants to be on the right side of Donald Trump. The government wants to be on the right side of Donald Trump. But this is the public sentiment in Pakistan. People coming out on the streets protesting what they think is a peace deal that was structured, which is against the interests of Palestinians, and it's an anti-Israel protest that is coming out. But you know, the fact that there are thousands of people on the streets is a very alarming and disturbing fact. You know, protests happen around the world. A couple of people gather around on a cause is not an issue. But if there are thousands of people on the street, clearly it means that there is somebody who's being able to stitch together a sentiment and get more people against the government, and which is why this needs to be discussed and watched out for, and which is what I'm sure is being very closely watched here as well.
Gauri, are there any indications of a willingness to negotiate with the TLP leaders there?
What will you negotiate, Osama? Because, right now things are very fluid in terms of what exactly do they want, who is the leader who's come out, why is it that they feel that they are extremely, what is their exact angst here besides saying that Sharif has surrendered, and what business does Pakistan actually have as far as the Israel-Hamas deal is concerned? It's being brokered by the US. Pakistan has absolutely no business to be in fact there as well. But they think in their mind that because they are the ones who are the only Muslim country in the world having nuclear weapons, because they feel that they have access to Donald Trump's office, therefore they should have a voice. None of that matters, none of that is even relevant. But that is the reason, or that's the sentiment that's being tapped into here with these protests. But one sense one gets is this is larger than just one anti-Israel protest. It could be much more than that. Pakistan has been on the boil. Remember, Imran Khan himself has on several occasions in the past riled up his supporters to come out on the streets, take on Shehbaz Sharif's government, take on the army. And one cannot but fathom that is this linked to some major political outfit, and is this part of a larger political unrest that Pakistan has been regularly witnessing ever since Imran Khan won the mandate, but the election mandate was stolen away from him and Shehbaz Sharif was installed as the puppet of the Pakistani army.
All right, Gauri Dwivedi there. Thank you very much for getting us all those details.